It started with a room no one had stepped into for years, the attic of a man who had just been buried, her father. And as Mara wiped the dust from her hands, she found something she was never meant to see, a sealed letter dated 1984, addressed to her mother. The ink was faded, the handwriting rough, but the name at the bottom was one Mara had only heard in whispers: Corporal David Kareem, a soldier her mother once loved, a soldier who vanished without a trace. The letter spoke of a promise, of his return, of a secret he swore to tell her mother the moment he could escape the war zone. And then came the line that froze Mara's breath. They found out. If anything happens to me, look for the truth in Riverstone. Riverstone, a small town her mother never once spoke about. And the moment Mara arrived, she understood why. People stared, whispered, as if her presence dug up a past they had all tried to bury. The first person who spoke to her was an old veteran named Sergeant Ibe. His voice cracked when Mara mentioned David Kareem. "That boy didn't vanish," he said quietly. "He was silenced." According to the sergeant, David discovered corruption inside his own unit: smuggling, betrayals, officers using the chaos of war for profit. David planned to expose them, and that made him a target. Mara found the retired commanding officer who once led David's unit. When she showed him the letter, his hands shook, but his jaw tightened. "Some stories," he said coldly, "are better left buried." But Mara was her mother's daughter, stubborn, relentless. She broke into the old military records office, and there, inside a rusted drawer, she found a classified file labeled D. Kareem, unauthorized termination. The file exposed everything: fabricated reports, altered timelines, signatures of officers long protected by silence. David had never gone missing. He had been executed, and the truth buried beneath a lie. But his letter wasn't written in fear. It was written in hope. "If I fall," he wrote, "don't let my voice disappear. Someone must tell the truth." And now that someone was his lover's daughter. Mara gathered the town, veterans, families, journalists. She read David's final words, held up the hidden file, and exposed a decades-old secret. For the first time in 40 years, Riverstone listened. Weeks later, justice began to unfold, slowly but surely. And as Mara stood at her mother's grave, she whispered the words she wished her mother could hear. "He didn't leave you. He fought for the truth. And now, the world finally knows." Some stories are painful, but they are meant to be told, because not